Good morning, everybody. Today we'll be playing Emma Handy's Proliferate Phantom Cube. So, there's a bunch of different archetypes, but we're going to have to learn by feel, because I don't really know what I'm doing. Just basically everything revolves around counters. Ion Storm seems like a pretty sweet red card in a cube like this. There's good fixing here. There's dual lands, shock lands, I think check lands, filter lands, and man lands in this cube. I tried to do a little bit of research before I started, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Ion Storm because it kind of cuts red out of this pack, and it seems like a really good payoff for a deck, something to build around, I should say. Archangel of Thune. Spike Feeder is in this cube, as is several other ways. I think there's at least one other way to combo with Archangel. Kitchen Finks and a sack outlet would do it, and they're both of those things are in this cube as well. So I'm going to take the Archangel of Thune. If that wasn't in this pack, I would probably take maybe a Mask of Immolation. But all right, let's see. There's an Aether Vial. Aether Vial is like technically fixing for all of your creatures. There's a Malira. Maybe we go with Malira, because there's just any persist creature is going to be... We could definitely do green-white and deal with persist stuff. There's not that much green in this pack, and there's a very little white, but might be worth trying. Wooded Foothills is a fetch land, so if we get a Temple Garden or the duel that I can't remember the name of right now, we could definitely fix that way. Blood Aspirant is kind of a crappy sack outlet. It's also... in red, there's a Vivid Crag, which will fix for all three colors, at least a few times. Empowered Auto Generator. Put a charge counter on it, and then add X mana of any one color where X is the number of counters on it. Wow, that's pretty good too. It's just slow. We're trying to be a little bit aggressive. I think I take the Vivid Crag over the Wooded Foothills, simply because we don't have anything other than a basic forest for it to fetch right now. Alright, let's see. The Domri's Ambush, Martyr for the Cause. I think we take the Domri's Ambush because it's a one-sided fight. We'll probably play like red-green, and then maybe splash white for Archangel. I've got a feeling the mana is going to be good enough that we can do that. And red's quite open. Green doesn't seem to be. So if we kind of make red our primary color, green our secondary, and then splash white for stuff, that might work. Interesting. I've never seen this card before in my life, but it's a commander card, so that makes sense. Rakdos Cackler is extremely aggressive, and very early... Ooh, there's a Quill Spike. Quill Spike combos with Devoted Druid, if we happen to see it. We don't have anything else that adds -1/-1 counters. We have a Malira currently. I think we take the Rakdos Cackler. Greenbelt Rampager could be good, especially if there's any sort of energy-based fixing. I don't think Hellion Crucible... Like, we could play Hellion Crucible. There's also a Tybalt. Tybalt seems kind of good. I think I take the Rampager. There's a Temple Garden. Temple Garden does help us cast an Archangel of Thune, as well as some of our other stuff, and is fetchable. I'm just trying to take a little bit of stock in what I'm seeing. Yeah, alright, we'll take a Temple Garden. It's weird to see a cube based entirely around counters of different kinds. Runaway Steamkin seems kind of like what we want here. Adds counters, can add mana later. Seems like a decent sort of combo with Ion Storm. Runaway Steamkin and Ion Storm out says any red spell we have has kicker to shock something. So... we'll take Steamkin. It's Mask of Immolation. Yeah, we'll take Mask of Immolation. Legion's Landing could be good. Or an Aether Chaser. I think I'm going to take the Legion's Landing. Seems like a good payoff. Blood Aspirant seems fine. Shrapnel Blast, we have no artifacts. So... Abbot of Kiro Keep versus Martyr for the Cause. I think Abbot is better. Early game, it doesn't really have a cost associated with it. Mog War Marshal. So it kind of looks like I'm being forced into mono red at this point. I tried to not do that. I try to draft something cerebral and multicolored, and sometimes the fun police life chooses you. Alright, what are we dealing with here? There's a Pyreheart Wolf, Careless Celebrant. Lightning Coil seems like a lot of fun. Wooded Bastion can grab, or can filter any green mana into white mana, which makes Archangel of Thune really castable. I like Thraben Inspector. Yeah, I'm going to take the Wooded Bastion. It just makes things a lot easier to cast. There's a Plateau. The mana really is not that bad. So in this pack, there's Random Level Up Guy, Renegade Krasis, Consuming Fervor, Hidden Dragon Slayer. Actually, Endless One's probably not bad at all. But yeah, I'm going to take the fixing, because I really don't know. I don't want to play mono red, but I will if I have to. Let's see. Okay, we're never turning on Metalcraft. There's a Power Conduit. Power Conduit just seems like a good card. Like, we can put a bunch of 1/1 counters on stuff, or we can put charge counters on Artifact by moving counters around. Remove a counter from a permanent you control. So we can move counters around. We could take Basri's Solidarity. It's also a Grateful Apparition. We could Proliferate. I kind of like the Proliferation, actually. I'll take Grateful Apparition. So Stirring Wildwood. Experiment 1. Experiment 1's pretty reasonable. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take Experiment 1. Just seems like a good thing to add to, like, our curve. Luminarch Aspirant, beginning of combat, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. Heliod the Sun Crown, whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on a creature or enchantment. That goes infinite with, like, Walking Ballista. But, I mean, we would have to open a Walking Ballista, because I think just about everybody would play it. Otherwise, there's a Goblin Banneret, which is a good mentor creature. And we are basically just red at this point, splashing other colors. I like Lightning Helix, but I think Banneret's better for us. Gadrick the Crown Scourge. Can't attack unless you control 4 or more artifacts. No, don't think that's happening anytime soon. Ramaz is going to be too hard to cast. This is a Persist creature. Primordial Hydra. Oh, I love Primordial Hydra. I remember playing this card in Standard. Masticore I think is going to be better, but we're really heavy in the 2-drop slot. Alright, we'll take Lesser Masticore. It seems good. Perilous Mirror is an aggressive creature, because when it dies, it shocks. There's Sliths in this cube. Yeah, I'll take Perilous Mirror. Knight of Autumn is not a bad pickup. It is technically in our colors, and it's the Swiss Army Knight for a reason. It can do so much. Alright, yeah, I'll take Knight of Autumn. So Apostle's Blessing is playable. So is Pyreheart Wolf or Careless Celebrant. I think it's probably better to take Pyreheart Wolf. Just giving all of our creatures menace by virtue of attacking seems really good. Consuming Fervor is definitely a mono-red card. It does synergize with Malira. There's a Grim Initiate. I'll take Consuming Fervor. Yeah, we'll take Tajik. It has haste and mentor, so we can make our smaller guys bigger. Aurelia. Triumph of Gerard is too slow. Yeah, I'll take Aurelia. Mark of Mutiny. Stealing an opponent's creature and putting a 1/1 counter on it doesn't seem good to me. There are some sacrifice outlets in red, like Blood Aspirant and whatnot. And the red-black sacrifice deck does kind of exist, though it's mostly black in this format. Luminarch Aspirant or Lightning Helix? I think we're kind of light on removal, so I'm going to take Lightning Helix. Alright, we'll move some stuff we're not going to be playing to the side. I think at this point we're probably playing Boros, and we can splash green out of the side for a few miscellaneous things. There's a Sparring Construct, Heroic Reinforcements, Slith Firewalker, and Rift Bolt. I think I gotta go Rift Bolt just because, like I said before, we're a little bit light on removal. But any of the cards I named, I would be pretty happy to pick up if this pack wheeled. So, take a Rift Bolt. I tried to resist the mono red. I really did. I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh yeah, that guy drafts mono red every cube. Anafenza is also part of a Persist combo. Shalai is pretty decent as far as like a top end goes. Goblin Bomb is kind of a hilarious. If we had a bunch more Proliferate, that'd be pretty great. You just kill your opponent with it. I think Lightwalker hopefully wheels, but I don't want to take a double white card. I'll take Shalai. I don't mind having a couple of 4-drops here. Galvanic Blast is more removal. It is. We currently don't even have enough artifacts for Metalcraft ever. So maybe we take Feat of Resistance. Just taking a Shock is probably not bad, though this is the format of 1/1 counters. I could take an Angel of Invention, or Metallic Mimic if I was a little more centered on a particular creature type. We have a number of goblins, I think, but not enough for it to matter. I think I'm going to take Galvanic Blast, as that's the least likely thing in this pack to wheel. And I do want more burn. I don't mind having more. Oh man, okay, Skyclave Apparition or Soulscar Mage. Double white is a little bit suspect, up until like 5 mana when it's should be pretty easy at that point to actually have it. Pod's kind of tempting here because we have creatures all the way up, and we have a couple of Undying creatures, as well as like Mog War Marshal, which leaves something behind after we sack it. We don't have all of the cards necessary to kind of like turn on the... I think I take the Soulscar Mage, because the most important thing here is that we're going to be playing a 1-drop. Stormblood Berserker hopefully wheels. Hopefully nobody else is in mono red, because it seems pretty open. Puncture Blast or a Ratchet Bomb. Karn's Bastion seems like it could be good, but I'm not sure that we have enough. I mean, it's a decent mana sink towards the end, but I think being 2 colors probably can't run this. I'll take it if it wheels, but I'm not sure it will. Ionalar, there's a Flux Channeler, an Abzan Battle Priest. Creature with a 1/1 counter you have on it has lifelink. That seems good. A lot of our removal has is direct damage removal, and I think you want that in the mono red deck versus something like Faith's Fetters, but Faith's Fetters would be very good. It's a very strong card, especially in limited. So I guess I'll take the Battle Priest. Okay, Unbreakable Formation or Arcblade. Arcblade's probably a bit too weak. Venerated Loxodon, though, is basically an Anthem creature. I'm gonna take the Loxodon. We have a lot of cheap creatures and a few that make extra tokens and stuff, so I think that's actually gonna be good. I will take Sunhome Stalwart. Greater Gargadon, probably worth investigating, but Karplusan Minotaur, I am not that lucky. Yeah, we'll take Sunhome Stalwart. If Mana Crypt has taught me anything, it's that coin flips, for me, are about a 75% chance to lose. When they should be 50-50, they're really 25-75. Not weighted in any particular direction, except the one that loses me the game more often. So I'm going to start moving the green stuff over to the sideboard. Okay. So Slith Firewalker is nice. I like Heroic Reinforcements because it represents an Anthem as well as extra creatures with haste. So I think I take the Heroic Reinforcements. Firewalker's not bad. Sparring Construct's not bad. I just want a slightly more spread out curve, just a little bit. Lightwalker is playable. Anafenza technically is as well, but I want to stay away from double white, as I mentioned before. At this point, I'm going to take a Feat of Resistance. Angel of Invention is very good. Stormblood Berserker, probably going to be better than an Ornithopter for us. I guess we'll take a Collective Effort for the sideboard. Yeah. I'm not going to play a Shade of Trocaire, but I will put it in the sideboard. Seems like an interesting inclusion in this cube. Oh, that seems nice. Resplendent Griffin. Alright, so let's take a look at what we're doing. We probably have enough cards to just play mono red and splash only a couple of white things. Okay. Group creatures separately, let's see what we're dealing with. Alright, this is actually kind of tough. I think Ion Storm... I mean, we do have a lot of ways to get 1/1 counters. Almost no ways to get charge counters. So, like, let's look at the 1/1 counters. We have Mentor, Unleash, Mentor, Sack, Runaway Steamkin, Bloodthirst, Feat of Resistance, few Outlast creatures. If we were any grindier, I would definitely keep it in, but I'm actually going to take it out. I'll bring it in if we come up against a slower matchup, where we need to get a little more mileage out of our creatures than we have. As good as Shalai is, I think I'm actually going to cut her. Lesser Masticore is too much card disadvantage and too much of an expensive mana sink. Okay, I gotta cut 4 cards. In reality, Venerated Loxodon is a lot cheaper than 5 mana. It's not like we need 5 lands to cast it. I'm a little bit upset that we didn't get more fixing in our colors. And I think we were... because we were seeing a lot of green-white fixing going around. Which is one reason I was like, I wanted to be Naya. Just couldn't make that work. Alright, I'm going to cut Puncture Blast. I'll cut Abzan Battle Priest, and we can bring it in if we come against another aggro deck. Just gaining a bunch of life seems good. Legion's Landing is a creature. Technically, so is Mask of Immolation. Alright, we'll cut the Abzan Falconer. And one more card. We're going to cut one more card. That's a creature as well. So looking at this, what do I feel like my worst creature is at this point? Could be Perilous Mirror. It's a 2-mana 1/1 that shocks when it dies, and we do have a sack outlet in the form of Mask of Immolation, as well as Blood Aspirant. Okay, so maybe it's not Perilous Mirror. I don't know why, but something keeps telling me it's Perilous Mirror. I actually like this card, so I don't think that's necessarily the right cut, but we're going to try it. What is it wanting to add? Oh, it's wanting to add a swamp because of Cackler. I'm going to cut that. Run a Plateau instead of a mountain, and Vivid Crag instead of a mountain. We do have a lot of white requirements, so I don't mind having a little bit extra. We really only need one of either until we get to Archangel of Thune, so pretty happy about that. Alright, let's try this off with Accidental Fun Police. Not like I had a choice. Alright. This hand is very slow, and using Pyroheart Wolf to cast Venerated Loxodon negates the upside of Undying, so I'm going to mulligan. We have hands that are way faster than that. If we draw even a single land of either color, this is actually really good. I think I'm going to risk keeping this, and I'm going to put back Feet of Resistance. Alright. We draw Plateau, which is excellent. So we're going to play... do we start Legion's Landing, or do we start Soulscar Mage? Kind of like Soulscar Mage start here. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent played a Painsmith. So it would appear they're an aggressive deck as well. Okay. So we need to trigger Prowess if we want to attack safely, although them trading a 2-drop for our 1-drop is not bad for us. I kind of want to play Sunhome Stalwart, because that prevents our opponent from swinging back without having removal. So we're going to see if they'll take the trade. Okay, they don't. They probably suspect we have some sort of combat trick. Play Sunhome Stalwart, pass the turn. This way, even if they do have pump from artifact creatures, we have a first strike capable of stopping them. Okay, they play a Baleful Strix, and draw a card. They play a Hagra Brood Pit. We draw a mountain. Ooh. We can play Tajik, put a 1/1 counter on Sunhome Stalwart, put a 1/1 counter from Sunhome Stalwart on Soulscar Mage, do a lot. Or we could just play like Legion's Landing and Mogg War Marshal. And then we'll flip Legion's Landing next turn. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's do that. Is there any reason to do it pre-combat? Yes. Prowess trigger. No, actually that was bad. Because we wanted the Mentor. It was going to be a 2/3 attacking regardless. Okay. Kind of suspected that was the case. That's fine. Play the Mogg. Get a token, pass the turn. Alright, opponent plays a Parasitic Strix, drains us for 2. We're not going to pay the Echo cost here. We draw Plains. So play a Plains. Oh, perfect. So what we can do here is we can play Tajik, however you want to say that. Go to combat, attack with everybody. Mentor here, Mentor here, flip Legion's Landing. And now we have Tajik's ability to gain First Strike. Wow, this deck is mean. Opponent takes a bunch of damage. We gain some life. Pass the turn. And now we have an endless stream of mentorable 1/1s. Opponent plays a Skin Render, which they will use to kill Tajik, probably. They're going to kill Sunhome Stalwart, okay? They attack for 2, that's fine. We untap, we draw Rift Bolt. Play Steamkin. Rift Bolt to kill Skin Render. 1/1 counter there. Go to combat. Attack. Mentor onto the Lifelinker. Our deck seems really good. Alright, opponent plays a Yawgmoth, Thrawn Physician. They can sack to kill our 1/1. It also has protection from humans. We draw a mountain. Play a mountain. If we attack with Tajik, they just block him. Let's take the safe attack here. And attack with a Lifelinker to gain life. Actually, should we just be attacking around it? So they block Tajik. They probably throw this under one of the 3 drops. We'll take 3, go to 4. We'll lose Parasitic Strix. Got the feeling this is going to go catastrophically wrong, but let's do it. Attack for 9. Okay. Opponent blocks there, blocks there. They don't sack to put a 1/1 counter on anything. We lose Tajik. Tajik, however you want to pronounce that. Okay. Opponent plays a Disciple of the Vault. And a Wing Rattle Scarecrow. Has flying as long as you control a blue creature, and has black as long as you control a black creature. Interesting. Did I say it has black as long as you have a black creature? I meant persist. What's wrong with me? Okay. So, make a 1/1. Untap. We draw a mountain. We're gonna hold that mountain. Yeah, I think we just keep passing and making 1/1s for now. Our opponent is almost out of cards. And doesn't seem willing to activate Yawgmoth's first ability. Okay, Phyrexian Scriptures is going to force us to attack. They put a 1/1 counter on Yawgmoth. Okay. Make a 1/1. Untap. We draw a Cackler, which we're going to save for after Phyrexian Scriptures goes off. Go to combat. Attack with everybody. Okay, they take 2. We gain 5. Oh, I guess they have to pay life to sack. They're going to use this to kill our life-linking 1/1s. Make us lose life. So opponent takes the same amount of damage. We don't have any X-cost spells, so there's really no downside, I think, to holding this mountain. If my opponent does something that Raven crimes us, where we just unselective discard, we just drop the mountain. We do have a Lightning Helix and a Galvanic Blast, which would instantly kill our opponent if we drew either. Okay. Opponent goes to combat, attacks us for 4. Danto gaining us tons of life. Make a dude. Untap. We draw a Stormblood Berserker. So, play Cackler. Unleash. And I think I will play out the Stormblood Berserker, even without Bloodthirst, simply because it does have Menace and my opponent's at such a low life total, with no way to gain life in sight. Okay, opponent untaps, draws a card. Exiles our grave. Plays a swamp. Okay. They draw 0 cards off of that Parting Thoughts because there were no oh shoot, actually this is bad. So Parasitic Strix can gain them life as well as just immediately get sacked to Yawgmoth so they can replay it every turn. That's a pretty good loop. We need to draw a Lightning Helix to deal with that the first time they do it. Galvanic Blast, I don't think will work. Actually, if they sack it at our end step, we could kill Emery to prevent them from continuing the loop. Okay, opponent attacks with a bunch of evasive things, that's fine. Okay. They're going to kill a life-linking token. They're going to get back Scrapyard Recombiner. Yeah, Emery's got to die. You can only move the counters to an artifact creature, so we can't. They can't put counters on Emery. Oh god. Okay. Metamorph. Duplicating Wing Rattle Scarecrow. So move to the end step. Make a dude. Untap. We draw a Pyreheart Wolf. Play Pyreheart Wolf. And I think pass the turn. I want to see if they'll activate Yawgmoth on our end step. No? Okay. Okay. I should have probably shocked Emery, because now my opponent's going to be at 5 life. Okay. I want to block Yawgmoth with the Pyreheart Wolf, get the Undying trigger, because this means my opponent has to activate Yawgmoth twice to stop it from attacking, which means I have to pay 2 life. We've been 1 damage off of killing our opponent basically this entire time. Okay, opponent plays a Scrap Heap Scrounger, which can't block. Okay, opponent's end step. Make a dude. Untap. We draw planes. Alright, well, our best bet is to just swing out here. Opponent let us attack with Pyreheart Wolf, so all of our creatures gain menace. Okay, opponent's going to kill a 1/1 with menace. They can clone Parasitic Strix. If I had even thought about that remotely, I would have Galvanic Blasted their Parasitic Strix, so that was a punt. We're going to block there, block there. We're going to take 3. We'll kill the Scrapyard Recombiner. Can't kill either of these. Okay. Opponent will take the damage. Put some 1/1 counters on a Parasitic Strix. I doubt they'll lose life for any reason. Yeah. Alright. We were close. We were 1 damage off about 5 different times. Alright. We had outs, we just didn't draw them. What do we do? I think I do want the Puncture Blast. Maybe not. Yeah, let's just run it back. Alright, we'll play first. Okay, we've got a decent curve here. If we draw 2 lands in a row, it's an excellent, amazing curve. So, start with Legion's Landing. And curving Grateful Apparition into Tajik is fantastic. Opponent plays a Disciple of the Vault. We draw Galvanic Blast, which is an okay backup plan. Play Grateful Apparition, pass. Opponent plays an island into a Glint Nest Crane. Okay, we need an untapped land. So anything but a Vivid Crag, please. Any land but a Vivid Crag. Perfect. So play Tajik, go to combat. attack with everybody. Mentor here and flip Legion's Landing. When it double blocks Tajik, does it matter which one of these we kill? The 1/3. Okay. Proliferate. Make that bigger. Okay, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Baleful Strix, so we'd like to draw another mountain. We can get by without it, but another mountain would be great. Okay. Not exactly what I asked for, but... Galvanic Blast, kill Baleful Strix, lose a life. Attack for 3 in the air. Okay. Put another 1/1 counter on it. Pass the turn. Yeah, opponent plays an Ethereum Sculptor and a Scrap Heap Scrounger. Passes, we draw a Sunhome Stalwart. We have no way to get 1/1 counter, more 1/1 counters this turn, so go to combat. Attack for 4. Make it bigger. Play Stalwart and Pyreheart Wolf. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an Etched Champion and a Phyrexian Metamorph, probably on Etched Champion. Yep. Okay, attacks for 3. They can only block 2 things, and none of their guys fly, so they can't block the Apparition. We draw a Mask of Immolation. You make it so they can only block 1 thing, and that'll probably be Sunhome Stalwart, or the life-linking token. Yeah, I think Mask of Immolation actually does it. So play the Mask, make the 1/1, sack to kill Disciple of the Vault, go to combat. Okay, cool. We got there. I think we just run it back. That was pretty good showing for our deck. Opponent's hand wasn't ideal, but, I mean, they also don't seem to have a really great curve. They have some very powerful interactions, though, so I think we can beat them as long as we have a good curve. Yeah, okay. I could see this working. We'll keep. Mask of Immolation is a creature that does trigger prowess for our Soulscar Mage, which is nice. Alright, start Soulscar Mage. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an Ethereum Sculptor. We draw Runaway Steamkin. So, play the Mask. Trigger prowess. Make a 1/1. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Opponent plays a land. And a Scrapyard Recombiner. Attacks us for 1. Alright. We untap. Draw a mountain, which is excellent. So, play the mountain. And I think we go Cackler, Unleash, Lightning Helix, Scrapyard Recombiner. That gives him a big creature, but lets us get in a good hit this turn. So, Unleash Cackler, Helix Recombiner, gain life, Modular, go to combat, attack for 3, and then next turn we can Steamkin into Venerated Loxodon, maximum Convoke. Opponent plays a Baleful Strix and draws a card. Plays a Hagra Mauling as a land, draw a mountain, play the mountain, play the Steamkin, Venerated Loxodon, counters on all, suspend Riftbolt, pass the turn. Riftbolt can take down Baleful Strix, and then we can have a great big swing. Okay, opponent plays a Parasitic Strix, drains us for 2, and an Etched Champion. Okay. So Riftbolt comes off suspend and will kill Parasitic Strix, prowess, and counter. We draw a Vivid Crag, and I think we just ping Baleful Strix here to make sure Metalcraft isn't turned on for Etched Champion, so whatever they block with it dies. What are they most likely to block with Ethereum Sculptor? I'm not sure. So play Vivid Crag. Go to combat. Attack with everybody. Okay, they block there. They take 10. Go to 7. We could ping this Ethereum Sculptor at the cost of one of our creatures. I'm not sure that's worth it. Maybe it is. We've used a lot of our direct damage. Yeah, let's do this. It's a problematic creature. I should have re-equipped the mask as well, but I didn't. Okay, opponent plays a land. Plays a Mu Yunling. Sky Dancer. They can shrink one creature of ours. They shrink the Soul Scar Mage. We untap. We draw a mountain. So equip the mage. Go to combat. Attack the Planeswalker, because we have to. Okay, opponent chumps with Etched Champion. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent -3s to make a 4/4. Plays an Arcbound Slith. And Mecha Godzilla. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. So it gets a reach counter. We untap. Draw nothing. Crap. I probably should have attacked my opponent's face, though I think they would have just blocked anyway, so I don't think that changed anything. We can't let Mu Yunling stay around, so I think we actually have to ping it. And we can't swing past this board. Which I'm really not thrilled about. Alright, pass the turn. Okay. Opponent gets a Death Touch counter on Mecha Godzilla. No attacks. I think they're waiting on lifelink. Okay, Abbot of Carol Keep here is nice, so play a Plains, play Abbot. Get a Sunhome Stalwart, so play Sunhome Stalwart. Pass the turn. Actually, I'm going to move Mask over to Abbot. I think it's more likely we sack that than our other creature. I mean, we're pretty close to just pinging our opponent to death if we draw, like, Mog War Marshal. Okay, it now has First Strike. We untap and draw Pyreheart Wolf. Pyreheart Wolf gonna be MVP. Got a feeling. Actually gonna move this over to Pyreheart Wolf. Okay. Pass the turn. I'm just going to play a Phyrexian Scriptures. Sure. They probably put a 1/1 counter on Mecha Godzilla. Oh, okay. They put a 1/1 counter on the bird. This means all of their creatures are artifact creatures. They get a Vigilance counter on Mecha Godzilla. Okay, they attack because they have Vigilance. Alright, we're gonna block. And then sack to kill the Arcbound Slith. Comes back with Undying. They can modular and put a counter on something. We have one turn to make a really big swing. Draw Grateful Apparition. I think our opponent's just dead, though. So equip Venerated Loxodon, go to combat, because this is the card they're most likely to block. Represents the most damage. Attack. Everything gets Undying. No targets for Mentor. Or, I mean, everything gets Menace, excuse me, not Undying. When a double block's there, that's lethal. They have to have Removal as their last card. Removal that doesn't cost them life is instant speed and is 2 mana or less. Nice! Whew, that was close. Alright, I'll see you guys in round 2. Alright, round 2, here we go. We'll play first. Yeah, I think this is a really good curve. We'll keep. Untapped land would be nice. I don't want to have to play the Vivid Crag until the 4th land with the current hand, so play Legion's Landing. Get a token, pass the turn. Alternatively, if we draw a 2-drop, I'd like to play Abbot on 3 to maybe hit a land. Alright, there's a 2-drop. So go to combat. Attack for 1. Play a Lightwalker. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Wooded Bastion. We untap. Draw a Grateful Apparition. Play Abbot. Try and hit a land. It's a land. Play the land. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Probably should have done that second main phase, but, you know, I'm Kano. Hit them for 3. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays a 3rd land. Knight of Autumn. Probably going to take out Legion's Landing. Yep. We untap. We draw a Blood Aspirant. Yeah, I think we still attack here. Because my opponent likely tries to block Abbot to minimize damage we take. We want Lightwalker and Vampire to stay around. But we'll see what our opponent designates as the biggest threat. We're curving into an Archangel of Thune right now. Both of these cards synergize quite well with Archangel. So Abbot's actually our worst creature. They block Abbot, because prowess. Oh, they changed their mind. Nope, Abbot. Abbot it is. Alright. Play Vivid Crag. Play Pyreheart Wolf. Which does make our attacking squad here a little bit better. Because now they all have Menace whenever they attack. This card's excellent. I remember playing this card in some Innistrad Dark Ascension Limited. It was good. Good stuff. Opponent plays a Mothra, Supersonic Queen. We draw Tajik. So, play Tajik. Go to combat. Attack with everybody. Mentor onto Lightwalker. So now it has flying. Hit our opponent to 5. Pass the turn. We're immune to any damage-based sweepers. Not that white really has any damage-based sweepers. The only one I can think of would be like a Marrow Shards or a Slash of Talons or that similar effect. Deal damage to an attacking creature, but they usually don't even get those, like, at a good rate or anything like that. What is it? Leonin Blade Trap is the artifact one. Am I remembering that correctly? Opponent ousts our Pyreheart Wolf. We untap, we draw a Mountain. So, play Mountain, go to combat. I could have played Archangel of Thune to synergize with the lifelink hit here. But I'd like to keep that as a surprise if they have more removal. So attack. 1/1 counter here. Okay, that's 5 damage. Past your 1 blocker, so you gotta have removal or you lose. Okay, opponent blocks there. They could also gain life. Dromoka's command? Like fight mode? But that's non-combat damage. Oh, other creatures you control. Okay. Alright, opponent takes 2. And they lose Mothra. Play Archangel. Pass the turn. Nice. Good job, Archangel of Thune. Yeah, no adjustments. We'll just run it back. Alright, this is a 1, a 2, and a 3, so I'm gonna keep. Really hoping we draw more action, though. Okay, that's not action. Start Legion's Landing. Make a 1/1, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Conclave Mentor. We draw more land. Play Grateful Apparition, no attacks. Opponent plays a Crawling Barrens. A Johnny Caller of the Pride. 1/1 counter on Conclave Mentor. Okay, we draw Tajik. Play a Mountain. Do we play Tajik or do we play Pyreheart Wolf? I think we play Pyreheart Wolf. Yeah, I think we play Pyreheart Wolf. Attack a Johnny for 1. Problem is that Conclave Mentor is going to be huge. Like, never ever going to deal enough damage to kill it huge. Which is good, because when it dies, they gain life equal to its power. So it's not like it's going to die. It's not like they're going to gain life. It's just going to be massive. Okay, plays a Steelbane Hydra. Makes Conclave Mentor big, attacks with Conclave Mentor. Okay. So we untap, we draw a Lightwalker, play Plains, play Tajik, go to combat, to a player or Planeswalker. So attack a Johnny, attack a Johnny, attack our opponent, attack our opponent. Okay. Mentor here, flip Legion's Landing, everything gains Menace. So we kill a Johnny, gain 1 life, proliferate here, play Lightwalker, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Great Henge. Oh gosh, I hope they don't have something they can play off it. I hope they can just gain life and that's it. Nope, they got something. Huatley's Raptor, so they get to proliferate. Oh my god, their board is massive. They attack for 13. Alright, we're going to take it. Untap. We draw Plateau. So we gain 1 by attacking. We can gain up to 2 by attacking. I think what we have to do, though... We need to leave back creatures that can block. So Pyreheart Wolf actually can block nicely. But if we don't attack with Pyreheart Wolf and we attack with Tajik, whatever we attack with dies. We can give Lightwalker flying if we attack with Tajik and Lightwalker. We're gonna need to make a token, so play a mountain. So I think what we do is we attack in a way that we're gonna lose Tajik here. I don't like it. But this at least gets in 6 damage and will give us enough blockers to survive. Yep. Okay. So proliferate here and here. Pass the turn. But we're about 4 damage off of killing our opponent. 6 if they tap Great Henge, which they should. Oh, I forgot about Crawling Barons. Oh, never mind. They could have just activated Crawling Barons and we would have died. Oh, I guess this kills us too. Maybe not, we have Lifelinkers. And a Ratchet Bomb. Okay. Go to combat. They attack. Make that many soldiers. Make a token. Then I think they just crack Ratchet Bomb and we lose. Yep. Alright. Alright. So what do we do? Number 1, we can't let them have that stupid Conclave Mentor. We have to terminate that with extreme prejudice anytime we see it. We might want a Collective Effort. It just destroys huge creatures and could potentially Anthem our guys. I like that a little bit better than Consuming Fervor. So let's try this. We'll play first. Alright, I can work with this. We'll keep. We do want another white source for Collective Effort and Archangel of Thune. Start Mountain Soulscar, pass the turn. I don't know if there's a Wasteland in this cube, but we can at least sort of play around it by playing this way. Okay. Play a Mask of Immolation this turn. Go to combat, attack for 2. Okay, opponent plays a Forest. This will let them have a Greenbelt Rampager. We untap and draw Plains. Play Sunhome Stalwart. Pass the turn. Kind of hoping that they have a pump spell. like a Rancor or something. Actually, Rancor would be very bad because of how recursive it is, but if they have a like an Ordeal of Nissa or something like that, an attack, it's a Night of Autumn. Some kind of 3-mana spell. And to change their mind, they pass. We draw Mountain. So play a Mountain. Play Grateful Apparition. Pass the turn. They play a Plains, and they pass. We untap. We draw a Cackler. Play Cackler. We will unleash. I think we just put a 1/1 counter on everything and then swing out. Our opponent can only block one thing, and then Apparition can anthem our board again. So yeah, we'll target ourselves. We're giving up on the kill spell mode of collective effort. Okay, so opponent has Dramoka's command. They're definitely killing Apparition if they do. Okay. It's a good thing they didn't sorcery speed that, or we would have been able to kill that too. So go to combat. Swing with the team. 1/1 counter here. Opponent blocks. So sack to ping. Deal first strike damage. Opponent takes 3. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent plays a High Sentinels of Arashin. We draw a Runaway Steamkin. So play the Steamkin. Suit it up. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Mentor here. Okay, opponent blocks. So, hang it down. Opponent takes 6. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Steelbane Hydra. We draw a mountain. So, go to combat. Attack with the team. We're not gaining life, so there's no reason to play Archangel pre-combat. Opponent stays alive, goes to 3. I think we died at just a Wrath, so I'm actually going to hold Archangel. I should have equipped Mask. I didn't. Okay, cool. We won the match. Nice. I'll see you guys in round 3. Alright, round 3. Ooh, Goblin Banneret with Consuming Fervor is actually fantastic. I will keep this. Opponent starts Polluted Delta. Cracks Polluted Delta. Gets a Tundra. And plays a Merchant's Dockhand. Okay, it's a 1/2 for 1. Play Banneret, pass the turn. Opponent goes to combat, attacks for 1, no blocks. Opponent plays a Mystic Gate. So they have good fixing. Anafenza. Okay, we draw a Stormblood Berserker. Play a Plains, play a Lightwalker, pass the turn. I think next turn we might just take the turn off to play Venerated Loxodon. Okay, they play a Scrapyard Recombiner. They put a counter on, I guess, any creature, because I think it's toughness. Yeah. So they can put a 1/1 counter on any creature they'd like. On the Scrapyard Recombiner, because it has modular. Then they pass. We draw Plateau. So play a mountain. Play the Loxodon. Okay. Pass the turn. Now our Lightwalker has flying. Thraben Inspector. They get to bolster. I imagine they put the counter on Merchant's Dockhand, just so they can have more toughness. Nope, they put the counter on Thraben Inspector, alright. And a Watcher for Tomorrow. This is why Anafenza is really good, and why I was kind of sad that I didn't take her. But we did not have the fixing to support her. Very few games have we actually hit double white consistently. Okay, we untap. Draw Mog War Marshal. They don't have any flyers right now. So play a mountain. Go to combat. Attack for 3 in the air. Okay, they go to 16. Play a Stormblood Berserker. And a Mog War Marshal. Get a token. Pass the turn. Alright. Opponent sacks the clue. Gets a Walking Ballista. That's bad. Walking Ballista is bad for us. Because they can play at X2 probably. Well, they can play at X1 and get 2 counters on it. So they can play at X2, put a 3rd counter on it, and if they really wanted to, they could Scrapyard Recombiner, sack itself, put more counters on the Ballista. Okay, they play a Knight of the Ebon Legion, but it is 3 color. Another counter on Watcher for Tomorrow. Heliod Sun Crowned. Okay, so they just have Walking Ballista, infinite life gain. That's fun. Not going to pay the echo cost. Draw Lightning Helix. Play Plateau. Consuming Fervor. We'll put on the Banneret. Then go to combat. Attack with everybody. Mentor onto, I guess, the flyer. My only hope is that my opponent taps incorrectly, or that we can kill Walking Ballista with Lightning Helix in response to them giving it lifelink. Okay, I'm going to kill all of these, but I'm going to prioritize Knight of the Ebon Legion because it grows huge. Okay. Opponent sacks Merchant Stockhand to get a Steel Overseer. Opponent loses life, gets another card to their hand. Pass the turn. So I can just play Walking Ballista X1, Bolster. Okay. So in response to the Bolster trigger, we're going to Lightning Helix. No, we're not going to do that. In response to the Lifelink trigger, we're going to Lightning Helix. Oh, that doesn't matter because my opponent can just sack Scrapyard Recombiner and Modular counter onto it. Damn. Because for some reason that can sack itself. And that's enough counters that even with the damage marked, my opponent can still kill us just by removing one counter at a time. Lame. Something tells me I do want Puncture Blast here. If I had fetch lands, I might splash for Knight of Autumn, but I don't. Collected Effort might kill some of their stuff if their stuff gets big, but if their stuff gets big, we're probably just dead anyway. So Puncture Blast in, and I want to take out... I think Blood Aspirant is by far our worst card, so... Okay, we'll play first. This is a relatively aggressive hand with some early removal, so we'll keep. Play a Mountain, Unleash Cackler. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Plains, Giant Killer. We draw Plains, play a Mountain, go to combat, attack for 2. Hit our opponent to 18, play Mog War Marshal. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Polluted Delta. Cracks it for a Tundra into Anafenza. We untap. We will not pay for Mog War Marshal. Draw a Mountain. So we can either play Venerated Loxodon here and then suspend a Rift Bolt. If my opponent can play 2 creatures... No, they can't, because Bolster always adds to the lowest toughness. They can use mana to just chop down Venerated Loxodon. I think I'm okay with that, actually. Okay, counter on everything. Suspend Rift Bolt. And we'll use Tajik as a hasty sort of burn spell. Rift Bolt, 100% gonna kill Anafenza. But it plays a Plains, passes. So Rift Bolt coming off Suspend. Kill Anafenza. They have Unbreakable formation. Creatures you control gain Indestructible. Okay. In that case, play Plains, play Tajik, go to combat. We're still going to attack, even though we lose 2 creatures out of this deal. Potentially, because we need to get in damage. Alright. Opponent does not even kill both. Oh no, they can only kill the one. Okay. That's fine. Opponent's at 9 life. A burn spell here to take out a blocker would be great. Opponent likely is just going to block, and chop down. Oh, they have Burmaz, okay. So they can put a counter on Anafenza, or they can put a counter on Giant Killer. Still would like to top deck a Lightning Helix to take out Anafenza. because I think that's where their 1/1 counter is going to go. Alternatively, some way to take out Bramaz would be nice. Okay, so they put a counter on Anafenza. We untap. Draw nothing. Well, we can't attack, or we have to attack, because every turn we don't attack, our attacks just get way worse. So opponent can block the 2/2 with a 3/4 or 3/3, or they can block the 2/2 with a 3/3, they can block 3/3 with the 3/4, then they can take 7 and go to 2. Okay, they chump the 4/4. Take 3 and go to 6. Oh, I guess this only taps. For some reason I thought this destroyed. Oh, opponents can trade off Anafenza? Oh, never mind. It's because it creates a token 1 blocking as well. Well, we'll kill the token. Oh, Anafenza doesn't count token creatures. Cool. So opponent goes to 5. Play a mountain, pass the turn. Alright, Heliod Suncrown spells bad news for us. Because they can attack, get a 3 life back, and have another blocker. And they can grow Bramaz. I'm gonna go ahead and concede, because I don't think we can beat this. Like, I'll play it out for a couple of turns, but they can give both of their creatures lifelink. And then they can put 2 1/1 counters on Bramaz. I guess we could block down Bramaz, but like, then we have nothing, and our opponent still has a Heliod and tokens. Yep, so they give Bramaz lifelink. So we can block, block, and block. Oh, never mind, they just have commit to memory. Yeah. Alright, game's over. Hey, we 2-1'd. So, let me know if you guys enjoy the Proliferate Cube. I'm sorry, I did not mean to draft Fun Police, it just ended up that way. And I gotta get this into the video editor and get it out for today, because I've not had my 1-day buffer like I normally do. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined, and remember, you can follow me on Twitch, same username over there as you find me on here. I stream Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and yeah, hope to see you there sometime. Much appreciated, thank you for watching, and bye! You're all wonderful human beings. See you guys next time.